Hello everyone. I'm so excited about today's video. Please excuse the noise if you can hear. It sounds like a truck is running in the background. I don't know if that's going to pick it up here on camera, but I'm sorry if it does and if it's distracting. But hopefully my mentioning it didn't make it worse. Anyhow, today I'm going to preface this is going to be a very rambly video. Which of my videos are not ever rambly? Anyhow, today I have been inspired, so inspired by John from Planning with John. I will put his YouTube video that I'm going to mention down below, and Burgess, I will put her video down below. Both of them did a video on the things that they are not buying for 2022. And I think they listed 10 things they're not doing or buying. I love this so much. I have actually come up with 22 things that I am not buying or doing. And within this, what I plan to do is to come back here, December 2022, so in a year or so, and reference my list and see how I have done. I don't know. I love the concept of minimalism. I love using what you have. I love having this as a challenge to do. And I just love everything it stands for. So I also want to preface this with, this is not to say that I didn't enjoy some of these things. A lot of these I really, really love. It's just a challenge for me to reel it in and remember and use what I have. So this is nothing against any of these items. This is just my personal, what I'm choosing not to purchase in 2022 or to do in 2022 for personal reasons. What else did I want to say about this? I will put some of these links down below if you guys are interested in potentially purchasing some of these things. But I just really want to move forward and use what I have. I will say, because you guys, those of you that have been following me for a while, I have been going through my pen stash for years. I will put my original video. My son, who is now 17, was like itty bitty, and I had him run around the house and collect all the pens. And I have all the pens in a box. It fits in a cigar box because yes, my husband is a cigar guy, and so we collect cigar boxes. Anyhow, so I put all the pens from the house, and there were a lot of them, in a cigar box, and I have been going through them. And I actually will show you guys in January all the 2021 stationery empties that I have gone through. I will start this by saying that I officially, as of 2022 / right now, have bought pens because I've gone through a lot of mine and I'm out of my favorites, and I just need some of those like favorites again. So I did buy, I'm not necessarily going to share it here. I will share that with you in the future, but I did buy a pack of pens and I bought a new ink. And so there's a balance between using what you have and what you have not being what you love. So I got to that place and decided I'm buying a pack of pens this year, and I did, and I'm so excited. I haven't opened them yet. I'm going to be opening them at Art Lockdown, so stay tuned. I will tell you what those are, but I can't tell you now because there's like a surprise that's happening. Anyhow, on to my 22 things in 2022 that I will not be buying. Number one is Hobonichi. I am not buying any Hobonichi products this year. I did stay in a Hobonichi, and I'm still in a Hobonichi for my 2021 planning and study book, but 2022 I am using 0 Hobonichi products. I'm not using the Weeks, I'm not using the Cousin. I always get pulled in by the unboxings and the videos, and then I feel like I have that fear of missing out and want a Hobonichi. I have never been able to make a week's work. I don't know if it's because I'm just so rambly even in my journals. And though I love the Cousin, it's just not what's meant for me anymore. So that's number one. Number two, I am not buying any more washi tape. And I don't have that much washi tape, but I honestly don't use that much washi tape. I just feel like I can go down a rabbit hole, especially like at Michael's, because they have all these sales and I buy a bunch, even though I don't use them that often. So I'm still not buying any washi tape. Okay, this one's a little harder. I also should preface, yeah, this one's harder. If I end up getting any of these things, they were as gifts or any of these things I'm going to mention. So if I happen to have washi tape, now that I'm thinking about it, because Art Lockdown is coming, and Christine, I do, like, we trade gifts, and so if she happens to get washi, this is not that I'm not going to use any new washi, it's just I'm not going to be purchasing them. Okay, so the next thing I'm not personally going to be purchasing, gift-wise, people do know that I love all these things, so if I end up with something new that I share with you guys, my goal is for it not to have come from me. I'm not going to be buying any more fountain pens. And that's going to be a hard one because I am obsessed. I usually rotate a fountain pen. Do I have my other pen? No. A fountain pen with a regular pen. And these next two are going to be probably the hardest for me. So I do have favorite fountain pens. The TWSBI is by far my #1 favorite. And I have one TWSBI. And I'm obsessed with it. I do love the Lamy, and I do have a vintage fountain pen that I purchased from a YouTuber here, from Alicia, a YouTuber, and I love it so much. But this is my tried and true, love it so much. Would I love to have like a bunch of them in different colors? Yes, because like the rose gold one is just gorgeous. There's also a yellow capped one that I'm like, oh my gosh. But I have one, and so I am committing not to buy any more fountain pens in 2022. Also, #4 is another hard thing. I'm committing not to buying any more inks, which is really, really hard. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bottles of ink. Most of them are Noodlers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bottles of Noodlers ink. And I have 1 bottle of Platinum, I think is the brand. And I love them. I love them all so much. Like so much. Every color. I love them so much. But I keep buying them. And this, I have not. My very first bottle is this Lexington Gray. This is my very first bottle of fountain pen ink that I got with my very first fountain pen. And it's probably like here, but I got my first fountain pen, gosh, I don't even know how long ago. So this ink, it lasts. So I'm like, why do I keep buying stuff when I have all these beautiful colors to go through? So that's #4. I'm not buying any new inks. I'm not buying any new covers for my journals. I am obsessed with, there are certain companies that I love and I love supporting, but I have every size now that, well, there is like one, but I'm look at me like off on the rabbit trail. I have enough. So this year I'm not buying any new journal covers. I'm not buying any new highlighters, which again, this is a little bit difficult, but let me show you my collection, okay? These are my mild liners and I love them. These are my 2 favorite highlighters. I should have brought up my Crayola Super Tips because I use those the same way I use these that I'm showing you. But do you see how many are there? There's a lot, okay? Then we have all the Tombos. There is one reason this is gonna be hard for me, and that's because there's a part of me that really wants, most of the Tombos I have are bright. Most of the Tombos, flip it back around because most of them are the dark and bright colors. I do have some downstairs. I have like 3 that are the muted colors. And so there is a part of me that like wanted to go and get like all the muted colors, but I'm like, no, I have muted colors here and in the Crayola tips. So what number are we on? That is #6, no highlighters. Because as you can see, I don't need them. I don't need them. Okay, 7 is stickers and sticker packs. Again, just like the washi, when I go into Michael's and there's like a sale and I see like, oh, there's a sticker pack that's like the witchy moon stickers, I end up getting it. I don't really use stickers. I have started using them more because I am on Patreon. I am a supporter of a couple people that send Happy Mail, and I don't have my water bottle up here. I love their stickers and things they send me, but that is how I want to do stickers. I don't want to buy stickers online at a store. I want to only use the people that I'm supporting on Patreon's stickers. That's number 7. Number 8 and number 9, another hard one. I am committing for 2022 not to buy any new tarot decks or any new oracle decks, which is very scary to say because there is one artist out there who I know is currently working on a tarot deck. I don't think she's going to finish it in 2022, but this will be the only way I will break this, I'm committing here, is if Bybun, who is working on her own tarot deck, if her tarot deck comes out in 2022, this will be broken, because that is definitely, I am getting that deck when it releases, whenever it comes out. So, but I don't think that that's scheduled for 2022. But anyways, I have picked a tarot deck to work with for 2022, and I will be sharing that with you guys. But it's so easy, again, to go in the store and see all this artwork, because I love the tarot for the art, and it's easy to collect, and I don't want to be a collector. I want to, I don't know, I want to, one, help support indie decks, indie artists, which is the tarot deck that I did choose to work with for 2022 is an indie deck, which is exciting. But yeah, I don't want to go down that very addictive rabbit hole. So I'm committing not to buy any tarot or oracle. Number 10 is crystals. Same kind of thing. I have, behind here is where I keep all my tarot and crystals, and I have crystals in a bowl, and I have like all kinds of crystals, and I use them, but I just feel like there comes a line where it's like, okay, now I'm a collector. Ooh, I don't have this one, or oh, I need that one. And I have the crystals I need for different things in my life currently. I don't need to continue to collect more. So that's number 10. Number 11 is another addiction of mine. Post-it notes. Post-it notes. Okay, I have a post-it note problem. I like these types. I like the tabs, but I already got like, what, three tabs there. I like the little ones. I like the normal size ones, but I have all these. And for some reason, I just can't help myself. I did think before when I wrote this down, I was like, yeah, but Heather, you don't have any like pastel. They're all bright colors. But I can buy pastel ones when I use these up, just like I did for years with my pen. So that's number 11. Number 12, I'm not going to buy any ring things. So I did use the Happy Planner for an art journal last year in 2020, and I did enjoy it. And I since have purchased, I have the punch thing, I have a bunch of rings. I've purchased ones like at TJ Maxx, which by the way is the best place to get it, TJ Maxx or Ross. They sell them way, way, way cheap. But then they're sitting in the cabinet that I keep all my journals in. I haven't been using them. So no more Happy Planner ring things, or ring things period. 13, no more pen pouches and bags. I mean, as you can see, oh, and these, I have a ton. And this is just this is actually not all that I'm actually using. And then I have empty ones. So there's no need to buy pen pouches or bags. Okay, number 14. Number 14 is the first thing, this is the first time I'm not doing this, and I can't even tell you how long. I am not going to commit to a Goodreads reading challenge. I'm not. And it's not because I don't love them. This year, I think I am like 9 books behind. I have 9 books left, which I will totally do. I will end up reading like the books that I can go through pretty quickly. But I don't like that. I don't like the feeling that I have to do something or I'm gonna fail. And especially when it comes to reading, because then I find myself like speed reading and rushing through things. So for 2022, I'm not committing to read 50 books or 75 books. I'm just gonna read what calls to me and savor it. If that ends up being 1 book a month, great. If that ends up being 50 books in a year, great. I just have chosen not to do the reading challenge. And then this piggybacks on number 15. I am not buying any more fiction books. And I know that people are gonna be like, what? There are little like rules to that. When I say I'm not buying any more fiction books, I am specifically talking about, and I could actually say books, period. Do I want to say that? I don't know. Maybe books, period. I haven't decided on that. I'm not buying any books from Barnes & Nobles, Amazon. Like, I want to support indie authors. So this is going to be a year of either used bookstores, because I trade books and then get books in return. So if I purchase books, they are going to be from used bookstores, directly from the indie author. I do have Kindle Unlimited, so I will be using that because we do pay for that monthly. So that's where I'm going to be reading from. Kindle Unlimited, books I've gotten from the used bookstore, or directly from the indie author. All right, number 16, I'm not gonna buy any more earrings. I have so many earrings, and I realized I wear 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 of them more than anything else. And most of the time, they're stars. There's just something about stars. It's like my soul symbol, has been for the past couple years. I have star tattoos. There's just something about them that makes me feel like me when I wear them. And I have 5 pairs of star earrings. I should have a little like, except for. So I get my star earrings from a place in Roanoke, Virginia. And because Roanoke, they're known for their huge star that you can actually hike up and see. And so if my husband and I do vacation there, it's just tradition. I do get a pair of star earrings, which is where all of mine, again, have come from. But other than that, I'm not buying any more earrings because I found my like favorites. Okay. Decorative paper packs. Again, that's another Michael's thing that I end up getting trapped in. All the pretty sticker packs, all the pretty paper packs. I'm not doing that again this year. Acrylics. I am not an acrylic person. I don't even like them. So why do I always like, now my son does use acrylics, and he does these gorgeous paintings, but I'm not an acrylics person. I'm a splattered watercolor person, and I know this. So I need to like have a boundary and say, look, this is not who I am. I'm not about the acrylics. Okay, number 19. This is going to be a hard one. And I will preface this by saying I already purchased, okay, let me tell you what it is first. I am not going to purchase any non-archival ink, like ink pens, like pens. And I have actually, Bree had mentioned, because she's all about like the archival, like the stuff that actually stays throughout the years. And my favorite pen it's not waterproof. It does fade. And I found this out because I was actually journaling with it and then highlighted it and everything just smeared. And I highlighted it with a Tombow marker and everything just like the ink just smeared. And so then I'm like, okay, that's going on my list. So I do have one pack that is non-archival that I will be going through in 2022. But from that moment on, I'm going to be getting waterproof archival things that will remain, just because I've never done that before and I could change my mind next year. But right now I'm going to try to do a 2022 all about keeping those things, like not having them messed up by water or highlighters. Okay, number 20, stamps. I don't really use them. I have a bunch. I always, again in Michael's, because they do their clearance stuff, find myself drawn to different stamps. I don't even use them. So no stamps this year, no paintbrushes this year. That's 21, no paintbrushes. I have paintbrushes. I do want to learn how to be better. I mean, I have some good paintbrushes and I never use them because I don't know if it's because I'm scared of actually like sketching and doing watercolor versus splatters. Because I use good, well, not good according to some people, but I use, according to me and my budget, pretty decent paintbrushes, and all I'm doing is splattering watercolor. So I'm not going down the rabbit hole with paintbrushes either. And lastly, and this may not be a big thing for some of you guys, but I started art journaling with altered books, and that was my thing for years and years and years. I love looking back at them. I have some behind me, but it's just not where I am anymore. I don't know, it doesn't call to me. And already I have found myself, I purchased 2 like hardback cover books to use as altered books and then changed my mind. And I already can find myself, especially with Art Lockdown coming, I've been thinking, oh, well, maybe you'll find the perfect one there. And the truth is, I'm not meant to do an altered book this year. I'm just not. I am meant to do a bunch of other things, but I am not going to be altered book journaling this year. And so this video is to share with you guys, but also to remind me, these 22 things, drawing the line. This is like a bright line I'm drawing, that these things I am letting go of for 2022. I am not going to be purchasing anymore. And then I can't wait to revisit this in a year and see how I did. So on that note, I will put all the links down below. Let me know if there are certain things that you are definitely purchasing and so excited about, and if there are things that you are not purchasing because you're gonna use what you have. And yeah, until next time, enjoy your wild, sexy lives.